Hello, listeners. Welcome to a channel where we give you current happenings and news analysis. If you want more updates, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment behind. On today's episode, Akpabio has threatened to sack underperforming committee chairman. Godswill Akpabio, the Senate President of Nigeria, has threatened without any reservation to serve every underperforming committee chairman. He was responding to concerns raised by Bauchi Central Senator in the person of Abdul Nengi, who lamented that the Senate Committee on Finance had not conducted oversight on 92 revenue-generating agencies. Why is it now that Akpabio is actually rising up to take this challenge? What has he seen, or what exactly is his motivation to threaten to sack people? In this time where things are hard, where committee members are actually looking for means to survive, he wants to sack them. Those that are actually incompetent are actually sitting high up in the government seats, innocent people hustling for their daily lives. Anyway, he warned that the Senate would not hesitate to reshuffle committee chairmen who failed to meet the Senate's expectation. He said if for any reason some committees are finding it too difficult to conduct oversight on their agencies, he will change the composition of the committee so that those with the capacity and ability can take over and perform their duties for the benefit of democracy in the country. Adding that, he says the Constitution backs his decision up, and he do not see why any MDA or any agency will refuse to comply with an invitation or any demand by a Senate or National Assembly committee. He says when committee overlooks such deviance, it becomes a norm and people no longer take them seriously. Is that so? If Akpabio indeed wants to sack people for being lackadaisical and sack people for being uncommitted and incompetent, then I believe he should start with himself. Like they said, he who lives in a glass house should not throw stones. If indeed he is guilty, then he shouldn't throw stones. If we should evaluate Akpabio's action and Akpabio's service to Nigeria, can we actually call him competent? Which tangible results have Akpabio been able to produce since he entered office? They say am well. Akpabio also expressed frustration over the continued disregard by head of ministries, departments and agencies for invitation from the National Assembly. He warned that the Senate would not hesitate to reshuffle committee chairmen who failed to meet the Senate's expectation. According to him, he said the Senate has over 70 standing committees and each responsible for oversight function in line with the standing orders. So waiting Nigerians, they talk about this issue now. Somebody said, abeg o, oga, better call them back. Sharp, sharp. Sacking is a bad habit. Abeg, who can teach you this kind of nonsense? Who give you this kind of advice? Everybody they find daily meal, they sack people. Abeg o. Somebody said, can you hear what this incompetent Senate president, who is just acting like the president rubber stamp, is saying? You see, no be only me talk this one. If indeed he wants to be competent enough to sack people, then oga, show us a result of your own competence. Since you enter office, wetin you don't do? Somebody said, oga, shut up. Are you also competent? You this rubber stamp Senate president. Nigerians don't give this one title. Say na rubber stamp Senate president. You can't really blame them. Anything the presidency says, now waiting they follow. It's not as if he himself is independent. So why is he coming out now to claim competence? Oga, show us your results. Now results Nigerians they find. This netizen has said, you are now sounding like a leader. But if Mr. President gives state governments and all the ministers order like this, and with serious consequences for whoever do not stop insecurities in these states, and who fail to create good numbers of states, that will benefit its citizens. You will be sacked or you will be awake. Wetin dis person dey talk be say, if indeed the government can actually come out boldly like this and give reviews and give orders, probably the system would be better. But it's not always like that though. At least if you wan tell person make e do something, you start to dey do am. Uncle leader, lead by example. No be like so dey talk. Another person have said, is Akpabio himself performing? Himself is not a well-to-do senator. He is a rubber stamp of the president. Instead of focusing on issues of immense importance to the masses, you dey talk about sacking people. Which work you don't do? Another netizen have said, I think they are all doing their best though. Or are there some among them who are not feeding well? I mean, suffering with the masses. I think they are actually doing their best. Person counter am say, mumu man, who you dey support abeg? Akpabio abi the people wey you wan sack? Anyhow, Nigerians need wise up, because na who get money for this country, na im dey no dey follow talk rubbish. If you want more update on this, don't forget to subscribe and like this channel.